yeah, I got a bloody damaged wheel, damaged the paint, which, you know, and it's bent here, and my tyre's got fence paint on it. It's that. Look at that, god damn it. Right then, here we are. It's Skegness, a sunny Skegness actually. Well, saying that, it was sunny, it's a bit overcast now, but apparently there's 0% chance of rain. So this is the Sunday, it's Bank Holiday Monday tomorrow, and this is round 9 of the season. So Skegness is always a good track, good atmosphere, really good facilities, so looking forward to it. So a lot of people here in the pits. I think there's like 30 odd seniors, 36, and the most female racers ever in the stocks cars racing today. So very good statistics there. So yeah, we'll see how we get on today. Hopefully be a good one. Right then, that is heat 1 finished, and the track is very abrasive. It's skippy. I think everyone's having the same problem. It's really grippy, a bit skippy, so you really got to drive it. You sort of can't go in too hard. You've got to let off, probably brake a little bit to keep it in tight and sort of drive it out. When you take a hit, it's quite hard because that unsettles you, so a lot of place swapping going on. But overall, yeah, decent race. It was getting through, not too bad. A few wet patches from the bangers, so a bit sliding. And just my luck, what seems to happen to me quite a lot at the minute is someone spun in front of me, so I hit him. But hit him over the front wheel, but I managed to carry on, slowed me up a bit. I was near the lead impact then, but I carried on and managed to come home in 6th, which I'm really happy with, as there was like 34, 36, whatever there was, a lot of karts out on track, and obviously a lot of good drivers. Carl had a really good start, he was flying, and he came 3rd, so he's really happy. He came off and said same thing, skippy, but everyone's in the same boat, so we'll just see how it goes, whether it'll get any better or make it worse with the V8s on today, make it lay down a bit of rubber, but we'll see how heat 2 goes, and report back. Heat 2 is done and dusted. I'm going to take my sunglasses off because it's getting a bit cloudy now. I don't know if it's going to threaten the rain. Hope not. I want it dry. I mean, it was skipping that last one, but it was alright, and it was going pretty well, getting through. Got up to 3rd at one point, and had Duddy 4K behind me, and done the penultimate lap. I got a bit of a push from him and put me out wide. Got on the back of him. And then on the last bend, I was going to see if Paul K had a move on Duddy, so I held back to try and get a drive out. I think he gave him a little bit, not too much. I tried to get the inside, just didn't have enough grunt in it, and he just finished in front of me. Them two did, so not a bad finish though, considering the karts again, the number of karts. So I got a 5th. Carl finished up in 7th. He's struggling with the handling at the minute. There's a bit of front end skip, he's struggling to get the front end in to turn in, so I think he's going to adjust the tyre. I've just had a check over and checked the plug-in bearings, all good. I haven't had any go for a while. Now I've said that, they'll probably bloody go, but yeah, I'll keep checking them after every race, and even if there's still no movement in them, I'll give them a little tweak still, just make sure they stay tight, and that seems to be doing the trick at the minute, so hopefully that'll stay like that. So we'll see though. Almost forgot, it's the Junior British part 1. So they're British is over 2 metres this year, and it's the scores over. So basically, right, the heats, 2 heats, form the grid for the final. It's a coin toss from the highest points from Heat 1 and Heat 2 to decide the grid for the final, if it's reversed or normal. And then the next meeting, which I think is milled and all, the two finals, wherever they come, get added together, and that gives you the winner. So I believe they're going to do the coin toss in a minute. We'll see who the highest point scorer is, and then we'll see who wins the British, Junior British Part 1. Be a good one.
Is Rowan. So you get to call heads or tails. There's no pressure, but if you lose, the whole grid gets reversed.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot
Your call, Rowan.
What are you going for?
Tails it is. He's on pole.
Right, Rowan's on pole.
Claire will put a list up in a couple of minutes.
Right, so here we go then. A few highlights from the Junior British Part 1, a bumper to bumper grid start. So a big push into first corner always happens, and pole sitter Rowan takes a bit of a spin. Everyone goes through, and then there's another couple of spinners and one in the fence. So this brings out the yellows, and we have another complete restart. So second restart, well, second start anyway. All coming down straight. Big push again as always. And Rowan's a bit unlucky again and ends up on his roof. So yeah, over he went. Brought out the reds for yet another restart. So this was the final restart. They all got around this time, around the corner. Really close racing, big push, but Oliver takes an early lead there. Everyone's fairly on pace, all coming through, really good to watch. Getting around the corner, bit of pushing, argy-bargy, and it was all going pretty well until close towards the end of the race. We had Harvey Hayward come into the corner with someone behind him, as we'll see in a second. They come around the corner, it just gets a bit of a bounce, and there he goes. Whoop, over he goes. So that brought out the reds again. So that would have brought them all bumper to bumper for a yellow flag restart. Kai Pillage and Oliver Heron got away, switching places, and then we see Kai come around here. This is the last lap, so Kai goes in for a last bend push. Pushes quite wide, gets on the loose, which is very loose, which you'll find out later. I find out, which you'll see. Oliver spins, they both go in. Kai carries on, but then William Allen just sneaks the win there. So good race and a bit of an exciting finish. So that is the final done. The day, that's Sunday, finished. So very good race. A couple of yellows. Was there two in that one? I can't even remember. These races go on and I can never remember when I come off what's really happened sometimes. But it was a fast-paced race. The track was still quite skippy, so you couldn't go in as hard as you wanted. You sort of had to go in slower to come out faster. What left you a bit vulnerable. If I was going to get attacked by a dog then. Anyway, there was about 4 or 5 of us probably that broke away in the end. All sort of on a similar pace. There was having a good battle between me, Daddy and Chev, and I managed to slip through the pair of them. One bend right near the last couple of laps, and then sort of held my place. Weren't really gaining on Carl in front, and I finished 4th, so very happy with that. A 4th is good, and he finished 3rd obviously, so that's a really good result for Carl as well. He's had a really good day, I've had a really good day, and no damage whatsoever. Like, even after I come off on the final, after I said about my plug-in bearings, I thought I'm going to check them and not a thing, no movement whatsoever, so they're all good. So happy, very happy with that. So I can get packed up now, have a chill out because we're staying overnight, probably have a couple of drinks, steady evening, ready for day 2 of Skegness. So yeah, we'll see you in the morning. Here we are then, day 2 of racing at Skegness, bank holiday Monday. Nice and sunny day as well. Had a quick check over the karts, no damage, just tightening up with some bolts, nothing major. I spotted Duddy and Kelvin on the scales, so I went over mine and had a little thingy. My kart is 10 kilos over minimum with me in it, so that's good. That's a good buffer. And we just checked the front end out to see what the crossweight was. So doing a bit of a change for the day, just 80-20 to see how that goes, because it's a bit different to that. So we'll see how it goes in the first one, see if it helps with the skipping. To be fair, it was going away yesterday, so we'll see. But yeah, we'll see how it goes after heat 1. Well, that is heat 1 done. Track's tricky, it's the same again today really, but a good race in that one. Got through quite well, to be honest. There's no yellow flags at all, so it was quite hard, but some good battles between all the superstars. Got up there and no real big issues in that race. A few spinners and stuff, but nothing to get in the way, and I ended up coming 4th. Carl had some issues with his handling and he ended up coming 7th in the end, but must be serious because he's got the scales out on the trailer. So, oh, he's just put them away. So yeah, he's had the scales out. I left it a bit late to record. He had loads of people around him. I'm going to look to see if he can sort out his weight issues. So I think he has now. He's got a bit more weight on the front inside. Yeah. So we'll see. I think he was going for an 80-20 or something kilo on the front. So we'll see. We'll see how he goes in heat 2. Hopefully he'll go better. Although 7th is alright, to be fair. There's no yellows at the back, so we'll see, yeah, and we'll update you after heat number 2. That's straight. Right, that is heat 2 for the day done, and a little bit eventful for me, that one. Had a decent start, to be fair. Got away alright. Got in front of most of the supers, I think, and then going into one of the bends, the bottom end, train of cars on the back of my bumper. Obviously I turned, it just went straight, no, not going around the corner, so I went straight, went out really wide, and then I got into right on the outside. There's like loads of marbling of tyre rubber and all sorts, and it just, back end just went round, just spun, and it took the front end into the fence. Luckily it rolled back enough for me to carry on, but obviously I was miles back. Every single person had gone by, but luckily 2 laps after that, yellows come out, so I had 2 laps and it felt okay still, so I thought not too much damage, hopefully. Yeah, so restart, I was right at the back last, and I had a good go at coming through from there. Got through quite a lot of people after the yellow, to be fair, and I ended up 11th, so considering what happened in that one, 11th is very good and I will take that. Carl, after changing his tyre pressures and whatnot, and tyres, to try his weights, he ended up in 8th in that. I think he got hit wide and hung out a little bit, so 8th is still good, it's in the points, so all good, apart from not very happy about. Look out. I don't know if you can see it, my big pole. Yeah, I got a bloody damaged wheel, damaged the paint, which, you know, and it's bent here, and my tyre's got fence paint on it. Let's have a close up. Look at that, god damn it. But I've checked the car over now, come off, and plug-in bearing not gone, all still really tight and good. Nothing seems to bend. I've checked the tracking and it's still perfect, so weird, the rims took it and not bent nothing else, so that is a bonus. So just fuel up and see how we do in the final. Hopefully better, no spins, but the main thing I want to do is come off with no damage, because not long and then we've got Aldershot next week, so we shall see. So yeah, we'll have a look after the final. So at Skeggy today there's a monster truck going out. Look at, no, not that one. Look at that big boy, flipping huge. So that's going to be out today. I can't even get it all in there, it's that big. That's going out today to ramp over some cars, so maybe I'll do a bit of video of that. So Skegness got that here throughout the season. I think it's their own one now. So it's huge, great thing.
Heritage Formula 2 stock car.
This one's just for advertising, I think. That one is massive. Makes a lot of noise. Kids will love that. So bring them down. If you got any kids to see that, they'll love it. Well then, that's the final finished and the weekend's racing done. I'm happy to say I have no damage, so good news there. So most people are gone now, but a very fast race, hard. I was struggling a bit with the corners. I felt like I was on edge the whole time, but it was going alright, and there were several yellows in that one. I managed to get through a bit. And had Freya Wilson pushing me around, so thanks for the help, pushing me up there a bit. But yeah, ended up finishing 4th. So I did actually get on the podium because they called me as 3rd, and I thought I weren't 3rd because I knew Dawson was in front of me. So I lined up anyway, because good opportunity for a picture and a ride on the car. So I did that, and then as soon as I got back in the pits, I gave Mark the trophy. And yeah, 4th is good. I'm happy with that. No damage especially. It's always a good thing. Although I was quite lucky because when I pulled off the track after the parade lap, my kart didn't start, and I've actually got a flat battery. So it's a good job I didn't stall it in the race or anything like that. So just charging the battery this week. Hopefully it just needs charging and knackered, but we'll see. Carl, brilliant race for him. He ends up coming 2nd, so he'll be really chuffed with that after his issues with weights and that. So he's probably happy with his setup now. So yeah, that's it from Skeggy. I don't think I've got anyone to do my keep it real thing. I have to do it myself. So yeah, there's the karts. Look, ready to go, nearly ready for old shop. So very good. Yeah, that's it then. See you later. So let's look at the winners for Skeggy on the Sunday in the juniors. Heat 1 winner was Oliver Heron. Heat 2 was won by Kai Village. In the junior British Part 1, William Allen took the win, Kai Village 2nd and Josh Johnson 3rd. In the seniors, we got a Heat 1 win, Chris Butcher, still loafing the old dog. Heat 2 was won by Mark Lawson, and in the final it was Ben Lim taking the win, Paul Kay 2nd and Carl Nunn 3rd. So that was day 1. Day 2 on the Monday in the juniors. Heat 1 was won by Kai Village, and Heat 2 was also won by Kai Village. In the final, it was Oliver Heron taking the win, a good 2nd for Harvey Hayward and Callum Johnson with a 3rd. In the seniors, Heat 1 was won by Mark Lawson, Heat 2 was won by Ben Lim, and in the final, it was a 1st for Andrew Duddy on his return, Mark Lawson 2nd and 3rd for Carl Nunn. So Skegness is done. We're back at HQ now. Kart's all polished and checked over, battery charged. It's all good. It's a bit windy. So yeah, that's it. So all I can say is keep it real. Hang on, I've got to get the car now. Carl, do the thing.
Keep it stock karts.
Stock karts, yes.
Is that right?
Yeah.